Hey everybody, I thought I would just make a video and start logging some of the things that I'm doing as far as indoor grow. I've watched a lot of videos, seen a lot of different things that people have done, and I thought I would give some of my experience, and I'm trying some new things and experimenting with different medias and different lights and things. So here's my first bucket that I made. It is a hefty bucket. You could use anything you want. This one happens to be 4.5 gallons, which I thought would be, pretty perfect for this rack here, which I think we got at Lowe's. It's a 4-foot rack. At any rate, I did make some mistakes on my first bucket here. The first thing I did in error was that I made this hole too small, and now I've used it for my air hose, which is causing, as you can see, some liquid buildup. So that's something I would change, or did change, for my second bucket. And the other thing was that I crammed way too much stuff in here. So even though it's all doing pretty well, you can see there's a couple of different lettuces. I even have a strawberry, which was recovered from my son's yard. That at the end of the season outside this year, I pulled it indoors and rooted it. And then this is a tomato. I don't have any actual fruit on it yet, but lots of flowers, as you can see. This is from that company. You can buy a system like this, sort of, and anyways, I had some seeds someone gave me. And then way in the back is a broccoli, and if you look, well, there you go. There, focus in on that. Right there, it's starting to flower, which is really exciting because that plant also was recovered from my son's yard at the end of the season. I took off the top and figured, hey, give it a try, and it's rooted and it's flowering indoors now. Here's my second bucket, or the second attempt at the bucket. This one, I obviously decreased the number of net pots in it. These are the ones that are close to 2 inches, I think. They're like 1 3/4 or something like that. I have an air hose in the bucket, and I'm using just the bubbler for the water. This water level is fairly high because these obviously don't have very big roots. And this bucket here has a lot less water in it, and I'll show you these roots if you can get a gander in there. This one has a bubble stick in it. Will be changing that out too. But this seems to be doing pretty well for a start. Just using some air pumps, T5 lighting. I got these at Lowe's. I do have some other things that I'm gonna try, which hopefully will be a little bit cheaper. I am gonna try some LEDs. Since this is vegetables at this point, I'm not gonna expend a lot of extra money on lighting initially, but my goal is to be able to grow indoors at not a huge cost, but easy for me, and costs me not a lot to have to go and do a lot of work here. Either my time or my money. So that's kind of where we are at this point. I do have, this is going to be a little dark up here, but I do have a rail sitting here, so that's my next thing to do. And I'll show you what I do as far as drilling the holes and that kind of thing. I'll at least post some pictures or something so you can get an idea. I think that while there's lots of great videos out there, I think it's important for people to realize that women can do it too, and even older women. My family's now moved out, empty nesters, so I have this huge room here, and I'm going to start converting it and seeing what's out there and how I can help my family and myself with some great organic food. I am using Fox Farm, I think it's Big Bloom, no, Big Grow Big, I think it is. It's the one with the bat guano and the worm castings, and I use that in these just to give them a little extra. The water here, I'm not using city water, I am using spring water that we go in and collect at the bottler. So more to come. I hope this was helpful. As time goes on, I'll figure out ways to edit the videos and not give you so much of the rambling, and give it a try. I'm taking what people are doing out there, because there's so many really smart people doing lots of great things, and kind of improvising them for myself and where I might be able to do it.